I'm going to show you how I level a reticle on a scope. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. There's a lot of different tools. There's the Segway leveler. There's just a million different ways to do it. I'm going to show you how I do it and what works for me. So the tools you need are a flashlight, a torque wrench, and this tool from Brownells. They call it the vertical reticle instrument. It's made by EXD Engineering. And the other thing I need is a way to hold my rifle, which everybody should have if they're attempting to mount a scope, and a straight line. It can be a line on a door or a wall. It can be a plumb bob on a string, anything like that. And you need a rim that will go pretty dark. So I've already got my rifle in the vise, and it's already, the rings are started. I know what my eye relief needs to be. I've kind of already set this all up. So you can see it's just spinning freely. These are Night Force Ultra Light rings, but this works for any ring. Any ring and scope setup, does not matter. So what I like to do, I put my scope on a low power, and you'll see why here in a little bit. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to set this up here. So this little tool here, there's a thumb screw on it. You loosen that and this slides back and forth. So the idea is you're going to align the center of your bore with the center of your scope, and you're going to use this level and these two notches to do that. So if your scope is kind of muzzle, or your rifle is kind of muzzle up, that way this tool can kind of lay against the scope a little bit. It doesn't have to be very much. You're just going to let that go down and find center on your barrel, find center on your scope bell, and just tighten that thumb screw. And then I already have this level, so I think this is going to be perfect already, but you can see, well, it's actually not quite perfect. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, oops, I'm not sure if you can see that right now, but I'm just going to loosen this up and turn my gun just a little bit until those are level. So the center line of my scope and the center line of my bore will be level with each other vertically. Okay, so that's perfect where it needs to be. So I'm gonna set you up right here. So this thing right here, I can take it off, put it back. It's the same every time. Dead center. Okay. Now the next thing I'm gonna do, I need the flashlight and the light switch. That's where this line is gonna come into play. You'll see the reticle show up on the wall next to this. I'm just going to shine the flashlight backwards through the scope, and you will see it takes a little bit of finagling here, but you'll see that my reticle is not straight with that line. So I'm going to go until I feel like that is just right of how I want it. Just a little off. Okay, you see those two lines are parallel. Now I suppose you could take a caliper up there and measure the space, but I can see that it's, I mean, you have the span from the top clear down below the center line, where that space looks very, very consistent. If I keep my hand off of here. Okay, so I'm happy with where that's at. So I'm gonna turn my light back on. Gonna move this. Now when I tighten scope rings, I like to clamp down on the scope like this and just hold it in place. Sometimes, for me at least, when you tighten your rings, I've seen it pull the scope one way or the other. So I like to just hold it in place. I've had good luck with that. Then I just do it like a star pattern, kind of like changing a tire. on your vehicle. Just kind of get them started a little bit here to where they're pretty snug and I'm getting my space. You can use a feeler gauge if you want. I don't do that, but you certainly can. Now I have a level on top of this ring half back here, so that's how I'm gonna have to tighten that to make sure that I keep that level. That bubble right in the middle of the level. And Night Force recommends no more than 25 inch-pounds. I do have blue Loctite on these screws. So I don't actually know if their recommendation of 25 inch-pounds is dry or lubricated. I'm not sure, but I do 25 inch-pounds and it works for me with the blue Loctite on it. So if you want to do it a different way, you obviously can do whatever you would like. And if you think you know something that will work better for me, I would love to hear about it, because this is an ever-evolving process for me. Mounting scopes is a lot of things, just like in reloading. The things that you could do that may or may not make a difference that you can see. So you just kind of have to decide what you like and what you don't like and what makes you feel good, I guess. So this is what I do. And once you get them tight to where you want and everything's torqued the way you like it and you're happy with it, you're ready to go. I am going to finish torquing these a little bit better. I like to go until I can hit all 4 screws on one ring and I get 0 movement. I don't go until it hits 25 and go to the next one, because I feel like as I tighten them down, it loosens that last one. So I want them all to be able to hit 25 without making any movement at all. But it's tight enough now. It's very close. So I'm going to put this back on and just show you. You can verify, so we're still center on that. Turn that off. And I'm still happy with the space that I have there. Space being the actual line on the wall and the reticle. It looks even and parallel the entire way down. So that's how I level a reticle. It works very well for me. I've had nothing but good results with this. It's a little bit of technique, figuring out how to have your rifle not move and everything. I like to use a vise and just clamp down on the barrel. Just you can use a regular gun cradle, whatever you have, just use. And yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. If you have room for improvement or a question or anything like that, I would love to know. And yeah, till next time.